Hello friends, it is day 2 of Rockstar Camp today and we are going to have so much fun, maybe get a little messy, but I am super excited about this class today. So for your day 2 supplies, you should have something that looks like this. It's kind of heavy. We've got a giant tray. We've got a little bag of concrete, believe it or not. We've got some gems and seashells. And here we should have a wooden craft stick. And if you look really closely, there's a wooden dowel that looks like this. And then you've also got your rock supplies that we'll talk about later. But we are going to use all of these things today. It's another one that kind of looks like, what could we possibly do with this? And I'm going to surprise you. We're going to use all of these things today to make our own stepping stone in our walk of fame. So I don't know if you know this or not, but when someone becomes famous, really famous, either as like a singer or maybe an actor in a movie, they get what's called their own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And I printed off a picture to kind of show you. Let me see if I can hold it up here. This is the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and you can see the stars that go along there. Each one of those stars has someone's name in it that is famous. And this little star down here that I printed off separately, this one says Mickey Mouse. This is Mickey Mouse's star. So there's stars on here for lots of different types of celebrities. Oh, I did get one more picture. Let me show you. This is an up-close look at what the stars look like. So there's a star in the center. It has the famous person's name on it, and that will stay there forever. So that is their walk of fame, and their names will be there for a really long time. So if you want to be a famous rock star someday, or if you want to do something and become famous for it, that might be where your name ends up. But today, we're gonna make our own, all right? So to get started, we first have to mix our own concrete. Now, this bag is the powder version of concrete, right? And it should be sealed tight. Make sure it's not open yet. So we don't want to open this yet, okay? This is kind of messy. It's really dusty, so we're not ready to open this yet. And we're actually going to mix it in the bag itself because we don't want to make a big mess. So what we're going to do, and you could even have a grown-up help you with this part if you want. We're going to try to make sure that all the dusty stuff is sitting, all the powder is in the bottom of the bag, right down here. And then you're going to want to measure out a half a cup of water, okay? So it should take about a half a cup, give or take, but we're going to start with a half a cup and see what happens, okay? So what I want you to do, or have your grown-up help you with, is to open this up just a little bit. Now, if we're way too wild and crazy with it, the powder is gonna come out. So we wanna be very slow, very steady. It's not too bad if we take it slow. I just wanna be extra careful that it doesn't get all over the place, okay? And also notice that I'm keeping the bag in the pan, just in case it spills and just in case it makes a mess, okay? Now I have a half a cup of water mixed right here. It's cold water. It doesn't have to be warm or cool or anything like that. And I'm gonna dump it in just like this. And then I'm gonna close it back up. Now I don't have to get all the air out of it, but I am gonna start to mix it around. You can use your hands and do the same thing. Make sure it's sealed tight before you do this. Oh, it looks like a half a cup is definitely not enough. So let's get some more water. I'm gonna grab some more. So if you're mixing this at home with us, 2.5 cups. Oh yeah, this is like pancake batter now. Okay. I think this is what we want. Perfect. And also I think this is the bag serves us well because this is a much cleaner way of mixing it. So, fantastic. This is great. 2.5 cups of water did it, friends. So now my bag is mixed. It is muddy sounding, and we are going to use this to create our own stone. So I'm gonna set this to the side. It's still sealed for just a second. And I'm gonna show you our pan here. Now this pan is going to hold our stepping stone in here, okay? And it's big enough that you'll be able to put your own handprints in here. We're going to decorate it later, but first we need to put in our concrete, okay? Now the concrete, we have to let it sit for 30 minutes before we can start to do any kind of decorating, okay? So what I'm gonna do is open up one corner of my bag. I don't wanna open up the whole thing because I don't want it to go all over the place. I'm just opening up the corner and I'm gonna dump. Oh my gosh, I feel like a construction worker. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the cement mixing machines. Those are my favorite ones that spin. And I could totally do that job, I think. This looks like really goopy pancake batter. And we're just gonna squeeze it out of the bag as best we can. We wanna try and get all of it. You should have enough to make your stepping stone about 2 inches thick. So that's our goal. We want it to be thick enough that it's gonna be solid and sturdy and not break. So 2 inches is what we're shooting for. Now what we wanna do, once we get this all the way out of the bag, it's really important that this bag of concrete goes into the trash can. We don't wanna keep that bag. We don't need it for anything. And then I'm going to take my pan, you can see it's kind of gloopy and gloppy, and I'm just gonna gently shake it back and forth. Oh, it's so cool. And it settles really easy, and now it's nice and flat and beautiful. If you do have some spots where it's a little bit bumpy, you can use this craft stick that we included and gently spread out any lumpy bumps, just like this. Going across, back and forth, really gentle. You don't want to press too hard. Just to kind of spread it out. And then I'm gonna leave this set on a napkin because I might want it later. I'm gonna give it one more gentle shake. And now I'm gonna let this sit for 30 minutes. Now, we're only letting it sit for 30 minutes because we want it to have just enough time to kind of stiffen up a little bit so that if we set things in it, they're gonna set on top and they won't sink to the bottom. And we don't want it to dry completely. So set this in a safe space, set a timer for 30 minutes, and then come right back to this video and press play again and catch up with me, all right? Okay, friends, it's been 30 minutes. We've let it set. And now it is time to design our Walk of Fame. I'm so excited about this part. I went ahead and had my kids put their handprints on here so that this is something we can use in our own house. But if you would like to do that, I'm gonna tell you how really quickly. So sometimes you'll see people put their handprints in the Walk of Fame, sometimes not. Sometimes we see the star shape. So really it's up to you how you want to design yours. Now, if you want to put your hands in, I'm going to give you a couple of tips and tricks, okay? So right now it is still wet cement. It's still wet concrete, but what we are going to do is just take our hands and hold them flat above it. We're going to press straight down. Now we don't want to go so deep that it completely covers up our hand, okay? We just want to go in enough that we can press an imprint of each of our fingers into the concrete and our thumbs and our palms, but we don't want to cover up our whole hand. Then we're going to lift it straight up. I didn't do it because I don't want to mess up my kids' hands, but we're going to pretend that I did, okay? So we're going to lift it straight up. Our hands are going to be messy. So I'm going to have you take your hands straight to a sink and wash them off with hand soap, okay? So if you want to put your hands in there, straight down, come back up, go straight to the sink to wash it off, okay? Now, if you don't want to put your hands in there, or if you've already done that, you pause the video, you're coming back to us, I'm gonna explain all of the tools that we have inside of our kit that can help you decorate. So you'll notice in your kit, we have our craft stick that we used earlier. You can still use this to draw designs. It's really good for making thicker lines, but we also included a little tiny wooden dowel. It's this cylinder shaped piece of wood, and I love this because it's really great for, it's smaller, so it's great for drawing in little details. So for example, this side is my daughter's hand, so I'm gonna use it and I'm gonna draw in her name. and I think you can see it on the video. It's holding its shape pretty well. It's a little bit watery, but I think that we will still, when all the water evaporates and the concrete hardens, we'll still be able to see the letters. Here we go. And then I'll do the same thing over here. Now you can do line patterns if you want. You don't have to put your name in it. And I'm not gonna do very much on this, on ours, just because I don't want to influence you on what you should or should not do. So this is your Walk of Fame stepping stone. So I want you to think about what is important to you and what do you want to include on it. So maybe you really love to sing. How could you represent that on your stepping stone? Maybe you really love to play a certain sport. How could you represent that on your stepping stone? So whatever is important to you, whatever is going to symbolize you, that's how you want to design yours. Now, you can use this to draw, like I mentioned, but there's also a bag of goodies that you can use, right? And if you open this up, inside we've got 3 different things. The first thing that we have are these glass gems. They're flat ones, like lots of different colors. There's blues and greens and clears. And you can place these into your concrete to create a design. So let's do one right there. You want to press it down, not so that the concrete covers it completely, but just so that the gem itself is stuck down into the concrete, because we don't want it to fall out. You could also use seashells. We've got some seashells in there in the same way. There's rocks. So anything that's in this bag, you can use to press into your concrete, okay? So once you've got it designed and created the way that you want, it's really important that we let this sit for a really long time. Now, depending on the thickness of your concrete, that will determine how long it takes to dry. So I'm going to encourage you to let it dry overnight. I would just wait extra long, but we're going to wait overnight for ours and see how it goes. And then once it is completely dry, all the way dry, this is just a lightweight aluminum pan. So when it's totally dry, all we have to do is pull the aluminum pan away from the edges, and then we can place our stepping stone wherever we want. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Make sure it sets to dry for a really long time. Don't let little brothers or sisters or any pets get into this, and then wait for it to dry completely. And then I can't wait to see what you guys make. I mentioned on day 1 that you can share your work on our Facebook group if you want to. So you could have your parent take a picture or a video if you wanted to share it. Or you could wait and you could join us on our Zoom call in the morning and you can tell us all about it, okay? So I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed this project. We've got one more little rock project for you to do. So while you're waiting for this to dry, you can go ahead and grab your rock bag for day 2, and I'll show you what we're gonna be doing next. Okay, friends, day 2. This is our second project, our rock project. We're doing our little play on words with Rockstar. So we're gonna be making some different kind of rock art today. So if you grab your rock bag for day 2, you're gonna find in here 3 rocks. Again, we've got a small, a medium, and a large, so you can try this on 3 different sizes. There's a toothpick inside your bag. And then there's also, you're gonna use the same puffy paints that you used for yesterday's class, so for day 1. So I went ahead and set mine out. I've got my rock, I've got my puffy paints, and I've got my toothpick. And before we get started, I wanna show you a famous artist that we're gonna be using as inspiration for our rocks today, okay? This artist is one of my very favorites. Some of his paintings are like on the top of my list. They're some of my very favorite artworks ever. And he has an artwork that is a study on circles and color. And I thought that that artwork might be really great inspiration for this, because our rocks, although they're not circles, they are circle-ish. They're kind of circle-shaped. And if you look, his painted circles are circle-ish, right? They're kind of circle shapes. So this is a circle study painting by an artist named Wassily. I think his name is funny. His last name is Kandinsky, and he's one of my favorites, like I said. So Wassily Kandinsky paints lots of different pictures, but this circle study is going to be our inspiration for how we're going to paint our rocks today. So if you'll notice, there's a color in the center and a ring around it, and different colors and different layers. Even some circles have 2 colors and 1 ring, right? So he painted these in all different kinds of ways, and I'm going to encourage you to experiment with your colors and decide how you want to paint them on your rocks today. So I've got my small rock. I've got 3 colors. I picked a red, a white, and a blue today. It's kind of patriotic, right? The 4th of July is coming up soon. And I'm going to start on the outside edge of my rock. Now, I want to start on the outside because his circles are not perfect circles, and the rock shape is not a perfect circle. So I'm going to trace the shape. Ooh, I better do like I did yesterday and tap my paint down first. Get all my air bubbles out of there. So I'm going to trace the outside shape just like this. Oop, there's an air bubble. I'm going to go slow and steady and gently squeeze as I go. If I go too fast, I might not get enough paint. And if I squeeze too hard, I'll have too much paint. So it's really tricky to find out the right pace to squeeze and to move. But the good news is that if something doesn't look quite the way you want it to, you can just go over it again. You can also use the toothpick to kind of smooth out any lines, or you can use the tip of your bottle and go around like this and smooth anything out. So I'm gonna do that. Maybe I'll do white next, and I'm gonna keep tracing. I'll show this to you really quickly. There's my rock with it traced around. I'm gonna keep tracing inside the circle until it fills it up all the way to the center. Now, I could repeat the same pattern if I wanted to as I go, but I don't have to. So you could repeat the same pattern if you wanted, but you don't have to. However you wanna do it is up to you. It's almost gonna look like kind of maybe a wavy or an odd-shaped bullseye. Here we go. Let's get this one. After I do red, I think I'm gonna go back to white so I don't repeat the same pattern. So we'll get, my circles are starting to get a little smaller. I'm gonna go back over it just to kind of spread it out a little bit. There we go. I'm gonna hold it up one more time too so you can see it. Now be really careful with this. If you read on the bottle, this is a permanent kind of paint, which is why we're using it on rocks. It sticks to the rocks. It doesn't come off very easily. Also, it's 3D. I love that it's textured and it's gonna stay bumpy. But that means that it will also stick to your clothes if you get it on your clothes. So if you don't want it on your clothes, just make sure to try and keep it away, or wear a paint shirt that you don't mind if it gets messy. Also, it might be a good idea to keep this on a newspaper or a covering that we had yesterday for the paper mache. Okay, there's that line. And I think I'm just about done. So I'm gonna add one more color, and then I'm gonna put this in a safe space to dry, just like I am gonna do with my, well, maybe I can squeeze 2 more colors in here, I think. Let's see. Oh, I think I can. Perfect. Okay, and then I'll put in a red, maybe white. I think I want a white. Just personal preference. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Let's see. There we go. All right, friends, do you want to see it? You can kind of see it already, but it's almost like Captain America. This is my Captain America rock inspired by artist Wassily Kandinsky, right? Okay, so you can try this as many ways as you want on all 3 of your rocks in all 3 different sizes. If you super love it, make sure you share it with us on the Facebook group or during our Zoom call in the morning. I hope you have a great day too, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Thanks so much.